what I think we need to start by saying is that there are a lot of carers that are fantastic at their job and that are very, very good. And you can see by the response that you have from people that they are genuinely good people that come to their houses and care for them. Yeah. So as in every system, there are some that aren't turning up on time, that aren't turning up, that sign for work, sign for hours that haven't been done. So what we're looking to do is we're looking to employ supervisors to do spot checks so that they turn up at users' houses unannounced to make sure that the service is being delivered.
Gibraltar has been divided into 4 sections, 4 areas, 4 zones, and these zones are going to have a supervisor each. And these supervisors and myself are going to be doing spot checks on people's houses. And in these spot checks we'll be identifying whether the carers turn up and whether the care is delivered, and also is the care that the clients are receiving, is it good?
So we are looking at different ways in which to improve the service, including the development of an app, which is currently under development, so that carers can check in and out of the service, so that we know when someone is going to someone's house, so that we can see when someone isn't there, so that CCDSL is aware that they can actually send a replacement carer for that service user immediately. But we need to be aware of the hours that are worked, both for the payment that the care agency makes to CCDSL. CCDSL needs to be aware of the hours that are worked in order to pay them promptly, to pay the carers promptly, and in order also to make sure that the service users are receiving the hours that we need them to receive.
The service keeps growing, the demands keep growing, and there is a finite team that are working behind the scenes to make sure that this happens. Now, the Minister has explained the trajectory in terms of why the decisions were made in terms of changing care providers. I can tell you from working from the very beginning with all these care providers, they were all very good in their individual ways, but none of the care companies that were in Gibraltar could provide the service to the amount of people that was required. We were eventually using all companies with different rates of pay, with different terms and conditions, with different ways of working and training, and we had many concerns and complaints from service users that things weren't working as they should.
You have now said that you're trying to recruit, and you have started recruiting Gibraltarians, but is the reality not that without fixed-hour contracts and without the guarantee of pay, someone living in Gibraltar and paying rent or paying for a mortgage in Gibraltar can't realistically survive on that salary?
Yes, you are absolutely right. CCDSL is recruiting in Gibraltar. CCDSL have put articles in the Chronicle, CCDSL have put articles on GBC in order to try and recruit Gibraltarians. We are recruiting, we are running a Skills for Care course in the care agency in order to assist CCDSL to provide the standard of services that we want. And what we are actually doing, what we're engaging with the unions, and what we have asked CCDSL to commit to is to provide fixed-hour contracts. So what we need to do is we need the service to settle down a little bit so that we can see the rota, so that we can provide that continuity of care. And once we can provide that continuity of care, we can see the carers that we can actually give fixed-term contracts to. So we are looking to be in a situation where we can give the majority of carers fixed-term contracts, because, as I said in my speech, the better remunerated that a carer is, the more fixed term, the more secure that carer is, the better the service that they'll provide to the service user. So we are actively engaging with the union in order to try and make sure that as many carers as possible have fixed term contracts.
For the past 6 weeks, I haven't had a life at home. I've worked and I continue working till the early hours of the night, and quite frankly, I would never have imagined that the service was in such a state. But anyway, we're here, and now we just have to go forward, and I hope that I get all your support, and you bear with us until all this is settled, and you can contact me, and I'll be willing to sit down with you and meet up with you, right?